Hello, world.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to WUFO. Got a Mothman here. Cooper, did you see this yet? This little wire-wrapped Mothman guy that I made?
Oh my god, he's beautiful.
Thanks. He's so fun to make.
I love all of your wire stuff. It's my favorite.
Thank you. So
we're here.
We are. I've brought Katie Webb's The Bridge deck because it's fun and nifty, and there's always some interesting stuff that comes out of it. Off deck classic. Cooper, you got any decks on you?
I just grabbed the Inversion Tarot. So I have many, but we're just gonna play with this one.
Cool. Natalie's got at least one.
I've got a couple. I've got I'm trying to find a good card to show. I have the Oliver Hibbert
Ooh.
I got that guy, and then I just got an Albano weight that I wrote all over. That's my regular deck I use all the time. But
that's a fun one. Yes. Very good.
I also have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, but I don't know what I would do with that. So
talk to Mothman.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
Talk to Mothman.
I don't actually use that one that much. I just got it, so I haven't really played with it too much. But
oh my god, maybe it's the perfect goblin deck, and you don't even know.
Maybe we'll find out.
I've got a queer tarot deck. That's mine.
Nice.
Which it's very colorful too.
I love the colorful ones. I need more of those.
I've also got a millennial Lotteria one. So it has like La Red Flag, Skin Routine.
Oh my god.
L Apology Video. Crypto. Yeah, I've been wanting to make modern interpretations of all these. You know, kind of like what the similar tarot card would be. La Ring Light.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I'm having tech problems a little bit, but
technical goblins.
They're here.
They're here. They're here.
Slash Mercury retrograde.
Oh no.
Do we want to do like an opening card pull for everyone and see if
sure. I've been shuffling the bridge. Shout out to Katie Webb's class that's coming up on how to use tarot to talk to ghosts. Yes. I don't remember the day, but
yep. I also don't remember the day because I'm awful, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
Katie Webb is the shit.
Alrighty, let's see what the bridge says we're gonna have happen today or whatever.
How many? Just one?
Yeah, so you could do whatever, I suppose. Bricks is what we got going on. Brick path? I don't know. So
like my brain, a brick wall. I'm so sleepy.
Well, actually, this kind of reminds me. So, Mars is stationing direct, tomorrow. So it's basically completely still in the sky. And the red reminds me of Mars. And hitting a brick wall kind of reminds me of, efforts ceased and just kind of, stopping and pausing. That's not what I'm doing in my personal life. I'm just working on all sorts of shit. Because I have ADHD and I just do everything. So... maybe I should stop for a while. I don't know.
It's please stop.
I can't. I just get ideas to do stuff and make stuff, and I have to do the things. Randomly make man.
Yeah. This is important. you know, making Mothman is vitally important. I'm like very sad I couldn't do WUFO from the ass, but I was real tired last week. And I had no service. So
Oh.
we brought our own Mothman.
Mhm. What other cards you guys getting?
I just pulled a Empress.
I pulled the Emperor.
Oh,
Ooh.
BFFs.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice. Cool.
Ooh.
Spiritual.
Some crystals.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Hello to everyone in the chat. I just now remembered that there is a chat and we can see it.
I always
Hi,
forget
hi,
that I
hi.
can see it and I'm awful. And I click over, I'm like, oh my god.
Hi, everyone.
I don't know how technology works.
Alex, John, Speed of Human, Liminal Librarian, Juniper Fern. Hello, all you beautiful people. Thank you for being here. And if you guys are pulling cards, let us know. Mad Money hustles for your knowledge. What's up?
That's a long username.
I love it. Full scent. Absolutely. Hustles for your knowledge. It's a good vibe. Maestro is so unhappy that I'm talking words.
Aw.
Sorry I'm being so quiet, but he's like, every time I talk, he like yells at me. So
Aw.
man. Oh,
So,
what's happening?
How's everyone?
how's it going?
I'm taking throws for 2 seconds. What is happening? Oh my god. What is the stargazing side quest for?
Oh, it's Jupiter.
Yes.
Yeah, Jupiter is, if you go outside and look west towards the horizon, sorta, you'll be able to see it. It's the brightest thing in the sky, basically, besides the moon. So, pretty easy to see. And it'll have set by around 11. So that's why the side quest target is Jupiter setting specifically. So if you feel like being outside for a while, you can watch it ever so slightly and slowly go down.
Oh my god, somebody please do that. I think I have trees in the way.
It's really foggy here tonight. It is super.
Oh.
Womp womp.
What's
It's actually chilly down here in Florida, which is
the
Yeah.
temperature? You guys got
special.
it recently, didn't you?
Yeah, it was cold for like 2 days, and by cold I mean it was like between 50 and 60, so not that cold.
Up here, I was up in Michigan, but it got down to 17 up in Tallahassee.
Gosh.
So I had somebody come and turn on my water because it was. I moved to Florida for a reason. So
Yeah, it's been years since I have seen snow or experienced temperatures below like 50. Well, it can get to like 40-ish at night.
yeah. Yeah.
I love the cold, and in fact, I'm getting ready to probably move to New England soon. Get colder than Ohio.
Ooh, nice.
Everything inside me just curled up. Like, I'm happy for you. You do it.
No, I love it.
Warmer home for the rest of
I'm from Cleveland originally, and that is like really bad, like lake effect snow. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what we just got up in Michigan. You know,
Right.
the weather guy was like, oh, it could be 5 foot, 9 foot drifts.
Mhm.
Like that was normal. And it was like, no, sir.
Oh, goodness.
Where it gets a ton of snow like that, they're really used to plowing and stuff because it's like they know it's coming. It's not a surprise.
They don't plow where I was. They literally told us. So when I was home, like I couldn't post anything for various reasons, but like they were like, you cannot drive on these roads. Like, we won't plow them, because they were plowing and they were hitting cars that were under the snow. That they couldn't see. And they're like, yeah, we've like found like people dead in their cars and just like abandoned cars. And we keep hitting them. So they're like, don't drive. They like wouldn't let anybody drive where I lived for a couple days. So
Damn. That's intense.
you know, I'll stay where there are alligators.
Yeah. Gators are chill. They just kind of hang out.
I love them so much.
They're cutie pies. I do too. Florida's got all sorts of neat critters. Also, a lot of bugs.
Yes.
Bugs.
Yes. I have like 800 bug bites already. And it's January 11th. But yeah. So that's why I'm not going outside to look at Jupiter right now.
I know what you mean.
What, Maestro?
I heard the baby.
Oh my god, he's so upsetty. I wonder if I can grab him. He's probably gonna be so mad. I'm gonna grab him anyway.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I think I'm back.
What's that? Oh my god,
man.
look at that baby. Look at the baby. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What do you think, Maestro? Who's that? He doesn't really know what to think. He's watching all of you.
He's chilling. He's just chilling.
Are you meowing? All right, I'll
Very
stop
sweet.
bugging you. He's the little UFO man. Where are you gonna go? He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. Maestro loves you all. He blesses you with his toe beans, and now he's gonna go be mad underneath this little desk I'm using.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Maestro.
Man,
so for people who don't know, Maighdlin, you're the person who does the stargazing side quests and has been doing them for the whole year, and you're kind of the person who came up with WUFO in a way. Like, you posted that original thing almost a year ago, and
Yeah.
which is awesome. Thank you.
our royalty in the house.
So yeah,
Yeah, I was just reading the
I'm getting-
Mothman prophecies and live tweeting some random stuff in it. And I was like, oh, hey, John Keel says you're more likely to see a UFO at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. Let's go see if that's a thing. And then you, Jeremy, and Bex just like took that and ran with it. And here we are. And then the next week I was like, let's look at space stuff too. And then now here we are a year later, still at it.
It's so much.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so
we're all learning
exciting.
what stuff is in the sky. Bex and I have talked about it, and it's like, now we're like, oh, like, look, we see, you know, we're just like pointing out these things like, oh, well, if you go up this star, I can't think right now, but we're like, we know
Hell
where
yeah.
we are now.
That's so good to see. I thoroughly enjoy teaching the paranormal community about the night sky and all the cool stuff there is to look up at there.
Yeah, I was at like a soccer game late at night for my 9-year-old, and I was pointing out stars I knew because of the side quest, and all these other parents are like, thought I was some genius or something. Like, no,
Hell
it's just because
yeah.
of WUFO.
Yeah.
I just learned that this year. I didn't know what that was before. So thank you.
My pleasure. It's been helping me learn a lot too, because it's the best way to like remember everything is through repetition and then teaching other people.
Yeah.
So,
Retweet. Absolutely.
And it's funny, like, this is the first time we've all been together. You know, we've never been on, and so it's cool. That's like took a year, but we're all here now. So that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah. We had just moved a year ago.
That's
So
right.
we actually celebrated a year in our new home yesterday. We forgot that was the date yesterday and just remembered today. But yeah, we've been here a year now. Hooray.
Heck yes. I still can't wait for a Florida adventure. We gotta do it. We should like
Yeah.
a WUFO, and then like I don't know. We
I want to go see the Mothman statue that y'all have had selfies with, touching his butt and everything in Point Pleasant.
I'll drive. Let's go.
I'm like all the way down here though. I think it would still take me like 6 hours just to get to you.
That's fine.
How far are you? Where are you in Florida?
I'm near Fort Myers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I drive down to Tampa often enough. Like, did.
Okay, that's only like 2 hours away, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, like I drive far distance. I go camping down there a lot. Like I like that area.
I want to go camping.
Then let's go.
Oh yeah, it was someone, maybe it was me, I don't remember, but there was an idea of like a WUFO camping trip so we could like do stargazing stuff and try some UFOs or whatever.
I remember wherever, was that a Discord thing or was that on Twitter? I don't remember. My brain is soup. So, but
yeah, I hear that.
but camping like UFO, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm like trying to think. I was like, can we lure anybody else into like Florida? Probably not. We can attempt.
Yeah, or we can go to West Virginia since that might be kind of like in the middle
This is true.
of everyone. And that's not too far away from where Natalie is, right?
No, it's not. It's just Point Pleasant, I think, is maybe like 2 hours from here. It's not very far.
Oh, that's easy.
I actually have some friends who I met in college who were from Point Pleasant, and they said that their older family members said that they remember all that stuff happening.
Oh wow.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
And one of my friends who's on a Discord that I'm on, or my Discord for our podcast rather, was posting, and we were talking about Mothman stuff, and he asked his dad about Woodrow Derenberger, and his dad knew him.
Really?
Ooh.
He's giving us all the gossip about Woodrow Derenberger.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
And
god.
by the way, everybody watching should check out Everything Is Real podcast with Natalie D and Drew Toothpaste.
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
at
It's hilarious.
springuniversity.com, and we have like a bazillion episodes of Everything Is Real and a bazillion episodes of Garbage Brain. But Everything Is Real is all paranormal stuff and UFOs and aliens and everything like that, specifically. We kind of decided we like talking about that more. We talk about everything originally, but then we were like, it's just better to talk about the alien stuff. It's more fun. So
Yeah, it's just like so weird. So like, why not?
Right. There's always something. There's always something to talk about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite story so far you've talked about? I say story, but favorite.
I have some in my head that I know we're going to be doing soon that are my favorite stories, but I'm trying to think. Gosh, we've done so many of them. I always like the ones where we get into like the metaphysical stuff, or we get into like, what's the word I'm looking for? Thinking about existence and what existence means. I always like those kind of like philosophical episodes, but we do alien ones a lot. We did a Travis Walton one recently that I liked. I just can't remember off the top of my head what they were.
So you have so many. So like,
yeah, there's so many, and I know there was one just recently that I liked a lot, but I can't remember which one. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna look. It was the Hopkinsville. We did the Hopkinsville Goblin recently, and I really liked that one.
Yeah, that one was great.
I also like the John Titor episode. John Titor I really like, even though it's probably not real, but
no, it's still it doesn't have to be real to find joy in it. It's
oh,
good.
right. That is like it's probably a 1 in terms of like how real it is, but it's a 10 in my heart.
Exactly.
Real. I don't care if it's real or not.
That's the best way to live. Be like, okay, it might not be real, but you know what? 10 in my heart.
Right. Doesn't matter. It's just like I love it for what it is. For what
Exactly.
it
I love that so much. Oh, man.
guys seen any UFOs yet? Like in all of your UFO tracking and trying to find them? Have you ever seen anything?
I've only had weird ass dreams.
I've been getting so many of those the past few months.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
chaos every night.
Yes.
Complete chaos.
Yes.
Like this morning, I had a dream that I was working at a cafe in Ohio, and it was kind of like the movie Clerks, but like in a cafe instead of a like quick stop or whatever. And it was just like absolutely bonkers. I don't really remember too much. There was one customer that I dealt with who came in looking for like a Lego set or a puzzle that she left at the cafe. And I was like, okay. I'll try to see what I can do. I don't remember too much else.
What are dreams? I keep meaning to like post something about because it was so stupid. I've had just like stupid dreams lately. And I had some like weird ones like last week and stuff, but it's just been stupid. And so like 2 nights ago, I had a dream that I had a toothache. And I was like, okay, it's probably one of the stress dreams, right? And I like all my friends and family like, oh yeah, teeth just do that. They just hurt. And I was like, no. And so I went to this dream dentist, right? And the dream dentist said, oh yeah, like they do that, but when that tooth hurts, it means you're preggers. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's what that means is, when that tooth hurts, it means you're pregnant. And I was like, sir, this doesn't check out. Like, unless it's the second coming of Jesus, like this doesn't work. And I went to like my parents and I was like, listen, I don't know what to do about this. And my dad in his infinite dream wisdom, he was like, oh yeah, like there's definitely a baby in there. Cause like I couldn't tell, he apparently had developed quite a bit. And I was like, pfft. And my dad was like, don't worry, the baby will be in there until you're 32 and then it will pop out. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're too young. When you're 32, it will come out. And I was like, no, pregnancies last 9 months. He's like, no. It will develop for 9 months and then wait until you're 30. And then it will come out. And I was like, what? And then I woke up and it was like, what? So, I don't know.
Right on.
What are dreams? I don't get it. That one's not fun. Like everybody else's dreams about, I mean, that's a weird one. Finding a puzzle, like that's also.
Oh, I had another one recently that I thought was hilarious. It was about this board game, and it was specifically for 4 people. It was called Ned. And basically the game was there was a cannibal, I think named Ned, and the point of the game was you were supposed to either convince the cannibal that you had no idea he was a cannibal or convince him that you were totally cool with it. That's it.
That's good.
Yeah. So I don't really know what the deeper meaning of that could be at all. If anyone in the chat has any ideas, feel free to interpret my strange brain.
You're gonna meet a man named Ned.
And I gotta convince him that I have no idea what's going on in his personal life.
Exactly. Would want this game.
Hell yeah.
What if we made the game Ned and then we tried to contact Ned?
Oh shit.
Do we want to contact Ned?
I don't know if I really do.
I mean, if animal
What's happening, Ned, out there?
That could be interesting. Make Ned real.
Oh no. Our aggregor is just a cannibal named Ned. Can you do like quirky or like funny? Like not like one of those like vicious cannibal. Like he's just a chill dude.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Happens to eat people.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god, don't even try to interpret my dreams. Yeah, no, same. I've given up on that too. So,
We could create. Oh, it jumped up. Here it is. We could create Ned the game to facilitate a Philip-style experiment.
Yeah,
What is the Philip-style experiment? I don't remember.
The Philip experiment. I don't remember the exact details, but they essentially created a ghost.
Yeah, they like. Sorry, I'm back. They like created like a backstory for an imaginary ghost at some higher education place, and then they did a bunch of divination to communicate with it, and the responses they got back happened to be in line with like what they had created in this imaginary scenario. So kind of like almost like it was responding as if it was the thing that they had purposely planned out intentionally. So they almost like they created the ghost themselves. Yeah.
So I wonder what's the difference between that and like AI? I think that sounds kind of like AI to me.
Yeah. That's like a common theme for like what recently here at WUFO we've been doing a lot of like AI experiments because I feel like they're so related. It's like mining your subconscious and it's kind of similar how you're the mining of this AI thing. I mean, there's tons of ethical problems with AI and some it's not perfect, but it's kind of a similar thing. I feel like it's like a weird, if you use it as a tool to like do divination and like making strange associations between things, I think that's an interesting way to use it.
Right.
Not stealing people's art.
Yeah, no. I've tried to use it to like recreate like weird dreams. Like if I have like a UFO dream, I try to use AI because I can't fucking draw. So
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
it usually works pretty well.
Nice.
I had a question about your dream, Adler. Like, how long is it until you're 32?
Let's see. It would be 7 years.
Interesting. I'm just wondering if that like, is like a metaphor for like some idea that's like, a project that's like gestating, or
yeah, better not be a real baby.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking. But like, if just like, I just wondered how long in the future that might be. Like maybe 7 years in the future, something's gonna happen
interesting.
that you're building towards.
To remember that I had this dream.
Right.
But you keep a journal? I have a journal next to bed, and whenever I dream anything good, I write it down.
See, I would, but the problem is I tried to do that, and I ended up typing it, and they would be like 3 pages long because I lucid dream most of the time.
Oh, I wish, yeah. Okay.
And I have all my senses, and they're super detailed, and I literally have counted. I have like on average probably 6-7 dreams a night. Sometimes it's up to like 12, 13, and they're all super detailed and super long. And it's like, I'm exhausted. So,
yeah.
And so I start typing, and it's like, I can't get all the details. And it's like, I just give up. Like, I'm like, the ones that are important, they're like memories to me. And then I have to think, and be like, oh no, that was a dream, wasn't real. Like,
I like having my dream journal because I go back through it. It's like, I don't remember any of this. I remember nothing. I write it down and it's like gone forever. When I go back through, it's like nothing. It's a surprise.
Really? I've been writing down my dreams for like 20 years actually. And most of them I can like re-experience when I read them.
Yeah. So I've written down a few and I completely re-experience it. So
cool. I haven't had a lucid dream in a while though.
I don't remember having this dream.
Huh.
Wow.
I wish that for some of mine.
Oh, Adler, you could try like a voice recorder instead of typing it.
I have done that. So I actually did that on my old phone, and I'm not kidding. My phone battery would just drain because the video would be like 20 minutes long. Like I did that every day for a while. Somewhere I have like a dream folder, and they're all at least like 15 minutes long. And then I'm like, there's too much. Like it's just my quiet voice being like, it's too much. Like, I give up. So I'm just like, the really important ones will stick or they'll repeat. Like that's what they do is they repeat.
I have repeating dreams that I'll have over and over and over all the time.
Yeah.
What I have the most often is like I would go in an elevator and then the elevator gets messed up and it starts like plummeting, or it's like it's on a wire and it starts getting swung around. Like it's like horrible. It happens like once a week at least.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I just had like an elevator dream. Actually, it was really weird. There was a bunch of weirdos there. I don't remember everybody. I know Jess and Tenny were there, which was really, maybe I just listened to their podcast. I'm not sure. But it was an elevator outside. It was on this huge skyscraper and it was hanging off the skyscraper. It was like a big balloon. It wasn't even an elevator, but that's what it was. You had to hold onto the balloon and then it would take you through a column of water all the way down to the bottom. So you had to like hold your breath and you had to hold on to it. Like you could fall off. Like you could fall off. And so it was like a party. People had like little like cocktails and like Tenny and Jess got on there and they were just chilling and Tenny was smoking and I was like, I want to fall. And I was like, I can't swim. Like, and it's like, it was like 200 floors. It's like, I can't hold my breath that long. And everyone was just like drunk. And it was like, what is this dream?
I had a dream about Tenny like a week ago. And I was like at his house and like helping him clean up after some party. And he was like being really particular about the way I would load the dishwasher. That's kind of it. He was nice about it though.
Oh my God. Now everyone needs to share Tenny dreams as well. I had one
Barrett,
other.
you have any interesting dreams?
Oh, I can't think of any right now.
None
But
about
I do. I am curious about tennydreams.org or something.
Oh. Just be like, where is Tenny tonight?
Yeah.
I had another one who was in a library asking trivia, and it was like, this seems correct.
Yeah.
And that was it. I just walked past. He was just asking trivia questions.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh. Okay. If I don't do it now, I'm going to forget.
That'd be funny if the baby's name was Ned.
My whole Wi-Fi just went out. Ugh.
Yeah, do you know I was having all these technical problems, and while I was waiting for my computer reboot, I asked my millennial deck here what the problem was, and I got this card.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's true though.
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
/ Mars retrograde about to station direct.
This retrograde, I broke my computer and I was so mad.
Ah, it keeps freezing.
Oh, no.
What's happening?
What is the Mars retrograde? What does that like mean?
Well, Mars is all about like action and efforts and things like that. So it's basically like completely still in the sky from our perspective. And it will be for a good while. So in a nutshell, it has a lot to do with like slowing down and just kind of like seeing things shift and change, especially like in the area of your chart where Gemini is. So like for me, that's the 12th house, and my dreams have been bonkers, just completely bonkers. So
interesting. That's the slowing down thing is something that Jeremy and I were talking about like the internet, because we just created this weirdwords.org. It's like a writing site. So for people who write about paranormal stuff can come get a blog there. And the idea of it is just words. And there's like, you can add pictures, but it's really basic. And he was talking about this idea of like slow internet and like going back to just like, instead of this like idea of like TikTok scrolling really fast, just like slower, like the slow food revolution, but like with the internet. So it's interesting you mentioned this slow thing. He's like trying to think about how we can slow down our internet usage.
yeah.
Anyways, maybe it's the time right now to like get more contemplative with our internet time.
Seems like
I had another question for you. I saw on this, I got this tide log thing, like to see when the tides come in. And it said like at the end of the month, there's going to be a comet that should be visible to most people in the U.S. I wondered if you knew anything about that, or maybe 2 comets.
No, I gotta look it up.
think it's like at the end of January. Yeah, bright green comet may be visible starting later this month.
Oh, sweet. Maybe that can be a WUFO side quest. I'll have to look it up. Hopefully it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Have you? I don't think I remember ever seeing a comet. I don't. Have any of you ever spotted one or been around one?
I've seen shooting stars, and I feel like I may have seen one when I was in the intersection, like driving down the road, and it was startling, and it took me a second to realize what it was. It was probably a meteor. It probably wasn't a comet. Now that I think about it.
I feel
Yeah.
like I've seen one, but I don't know.
If it was super bright, it could be a fireball. And if it was super bright and then exploded, it could be a bolide. I think that's the one that it's called.
It was.
You could go to, yeah, AmericanMeteorSociety.org has a nifty graphic that helps like differentiate meteorite versus asteroid and bolide and fireball and stuff like that. And if you see like a super bright one, a fireball, you can report it. They love that.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have a map that shows you like all across the country, like different fireball sightings.
That's pretty dope. There's in August. It was August. I think it was in August. There was some kind of meteor shower going on, but it coincided with us being on vacation, and we were in Vermont, and we had some cabin like on the mountain somewhere with like nothing around. We just sat out all night and watched it. It was pretty impressive compared to Columbus because there's so much light pollution here.
Yeah. There was one recently, and we got to see like 2. That is exciting now.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw one with my like family. We like watched it in Michigan. So it had to be in like 2020, I guess. Was there one in 2020? 2019? Somewhere in there.
Oh, there's a bunch of you in the chat who saw Hale Bop in the 90s.
Ooh.
Halley's Comet in 86. Nice. Yay, space enthusiasts.
I didn't see Hale Bob. I missed that one.
How dare you?
I think I was too young at the time.
Is Hale Bop the one from the Heaven's Gate? Is that Hale Bop?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
I think so.
that's what I remember.
I think so, yeah.
Did you want to mention the dark skies thing?
International Dark Skies Association?
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
just came up that it's sometimes hard to see in Columbus, you're saying, but there's an org that you wanted to talk about, Maighdlin.
Oh yeah, it's this organization that like well, it's basically all about light pollution and like helping people learn the effects that it has on like nature for one, and like our ability to see the night sky. And they do a lot of like education, and like you can donate to them and they do stuff. I can't remember too many specifics right now. I have to relook at the site.
Yeah. Is it just darksky.org, I think?
I think let me see. International Dark Skies? I don't remember.
Yeah. International Dark Sky Association.
Yeah. So that's a good thing to check out. Like a few weeks ago, I was putting a lot of their stuff on my stories on the Stargazing side quest thing. Lots of like infographics. Hello, Luna. Luna says hello.
Yes.
She feels strongly about dark skies too, apparently. But yeah, I think that. Oh, also, there's more and more satellites going up in the sky, and a lot of astronomers are concerned about that, like messing up observations and, you know, if you want to go and look at the stars and there's just a bunch of bullshit in the sky, that's no fun.
Right.
And like everyone deserves to be able to see the stars. I personally think if we lose access to the night sky, it'll just fuck us up. Honestly.
I complained about this so many times, like not even specifically about the night sky, but living in the city, like people, Columbus is like not what you would think of as a big city, but we have almost 2 million people here. And so it's like, it is a big city. But as they start developing more and more and more, they just throw these buildings up that are taller and taller and taller. And so you can't see the sky at all. Like when you're out and about, you can't see it at all. It makes you feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah, it sucks. I will never live in a city for that reason again.
I think the night sky stuff is the same thing. I think you're supposed to be able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, for the vast majority of human history, we have had full access to non-fucked up skies, and we based our entire lives off of that. You know, the sun through the year, the moon phases, even the days of the week are named after the planets, and that's not an accident. So being disconnected from the sky is, I think, bad. So
the conspiracy theorist in me is like, is it on purpose? Is it a way to like disconnect us from our divine selves so they can control us more? Think about it.
Or they're just that stupid where they're like, more people, big building.
Right. Well, I think it's that too, but like,
Like,
the rich people can afford to go find somewhere where it's nice and dark or they can see the sky or whatever, but like most people can't, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I noticed because like, you know, I don't know that thought I was having, but I talk to a lot of other people and I'll be like, because I study like kind of space stuff, like not exactly, but tangentially, and like I'm funded by NASA. And so we have a lot of these conversations about the cosmos, and I'll talk to other people about it, like in other fields, and they're like, no, like if I look at the sky, like I have like a panic attack. Like they get scared because it's so big and they're just like, it's too much. They're like, I don't like stargazing. And it's like,
what? That's
What?
so sad.
I'm just like, it makes me
Aw.
scared. And it's like, what? I've met so many like young people, like my age and younger, who are just so scared of outer space. They're like, I don't want to think about it. Like they
That's
like the moon,
bonkers.
they like the sun,
Huh.
they like the
I wonder
planets.
if
If you go past the solar system, they're done.
that's so sad. I wonder if that has something to do with like flat Earth people,
I don't
which is
know.
also very sad because the universe is just so vast and so beautiful, and I don't know why you would want to like shrink your reality down to some two-dimensional hellscape.
Right.
I don't know. You do you, I guess.
I remember like when I was in college and like thinking about the enormity of space and feeling like anxious and like crushed by the enormity of it, and it would make me paranoid, and
Huh.
I remember that feeling definitely. I mean, I had to get over it, but I remember being overwhelmed by that for sure.
What helped you deal with it and get over it?
Well, I stopped smoking pot, so that maybe helped.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, I don't know. I think I just confronted it eventually, you know, after a time. But I think it was just, I remember this feeling one time when I was like focusing on kind of like that when you're on Google Maps and you like pull away. And I was kind of doing that into space, you know, I was visualizing that. And I felt so small. And then I felt like the enormity of everything. And it was kind of like just, you know, a terrifying feeling for sure.
Huh.
But it is sad that people don't feel, yeah, like they, you know, because it's kind of blocked most of the time because of light pollution stuff. They don't even acknowledge it, you know. And I think that's one of the major things that was exciting about WUFO is like, oh, I'm just going to go outside and look up for UFOs. And then I started noticing stars, and plus Maighdlin's giving us these tasks to do, and like really made me refocus on it again and like have that little time to like, oh, this is all up here, and like people have been looking at this forever. And
Yeah, it's all part of our heritage.
Right.
Like all of the heavy metals in our body come from supernova explosions. So we are the sky as much as we are the earth. So
Yeah, like
To
that's
be
like one
afraid
of
of it
those
is so
like
sad.
that's like one of those like, you know, cheesy or whatever quotes, and it's like you are the star stuff. It's like you are. Like you
Yeah.
literally
Literally, though.
every atom in your body came from space. Like every
Yeah.
single one. Every single one. Like the hydrogen in you is the same hydrogen in the stars. Like it's the same. Like carbon came from star explosions. Like, listen,
Yeah.
it's so incredibly beautiful, and it's like, bruh, you're as old as like the fucking universe. Like you were at the
Yeah.
Big Bang. You were just kind of split up a lot. Like,
Yeah, and basically every culture has their own stories and all of that about the sky. So I feel like maybe if people are disconnected from all of that, that doesn't help.
yeah.
Because
it's
like
just-
I don't think people really felt afraid of the sky like back in the day, pre-electricity and things like that.
Mhm.
I mean, well, they were afraid of sometimes people were afraid of like eclipses and things like that because it was like, oh no, the king's gonna die kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, like astronomical events and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just so cool. Like my boss man, we talk about all the time. He's like, that moon, because like, you know, he's this scientist dude, and he's like, Isaac Newton looked at that moon. You know, he'll pick like a random scientist. He's like, this really famous person's like, they looked at that moon too. And he's like, now I get to look at it. And he's like, it's really cool. It's like, yeah, it is, Oliver. Yes, it is.
Hell yeah.
It's like, heck yes. We were talking about this today, like feeling small in outer space. And he was talking about some story, and I forget the story of like they would take people into a room and it would like show them the whole universe and how small they were, and it would like kill everybody because they were just like overwhelmed or something.
Oh,
And then like one person went in and saw it and came out smiling, and they're like, what happened? And he's like, you know, I'm the center of the universe.
yeah, basically.
Wow.
But you know, just like, I don't know. Like I understand why people are scared, just like people are scared of deep water, but it's like it's incredibly beautiful.
I think everyone should watch Carl Sagan's Cosmos.
I haven't watched that one. I should.
Oh, it's a treasure. He's a treasure.
Yeah. I've seen like pieces of it, but never the whole thing. I should, yeah. Man, we should have like a TV watch party.
Yes.
We got, give us homework, Maighdlin. That's the only way I'll do anything. I have to have
All right.
mine. Just kidding. I remember I saw this thing, and I don't know if it's true, but like this, like I think it was like an artist came up with this idea because he had heard that people who go down in sewers, who like clean out the sewer or whatever, if they look back up at the sewer grate, they can actually see, because of like how far away it is, and if they see the sky above, they can actually feel the rotation of the earth a little bit. And I don't know if this is true, but it's because of the perspective and how it's like a small point. And I just thought that would be such a cool thing to try to purposely do. Like if you're laying down and you could actually feel us moving, because you see things going by slowly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I just think that
Yeah.
would be, you could actually feel like, oh, you're on a planet, and like
Yeah.
actually feel the movement, because we don't notice it otherwise.
You can do that with a telescope because, like, when you're zooming in on, like, Jupiter, for example, after like a minute or so, that's gonna be out of your field of view already. So you can basically like watch it move.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to like constantly keep adjusting. That's why I always recommend binoculars for beginner stargazers too, because you don't have to keep fiddling with things. You just kind of like point and go.
Move it with your
Yeah.
That's interesting. Huh? Maybe we could try to emulate that.
Yeah, and also Stellarium, the program that I use for the pictures for the side quests. You can get that and it's free, and you can watch stuff move in real time too.
That's
if
cool.
you zoom in on the moon, for example, when it's rising, you can like literally watch it ever so slightly and slowly go up. You can watch everything move. Even if you like hit a minute ahead over and over, you can like see the motion too. It's pretty nifty.
That's awesome. Yeah, is that the app? Does that also show you one of them would tell you like if you saw something in the sky that looked funny, you could like look up to see. You could say like I'm looking up at this part of the sky at this time, and it will tell you if there was any satellites in the area at that moment. I don't know if it's Stellarium or if it one of the other ones I had, because I thought I saw something, and then I used one of them, and it said, "Oh yeah, it was just what's it called? Elon's things."
Oh,
Starlink.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Well-
was like after the fact, I could go back a day and say like this time, this area of the sky. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can track satellites in that. I know there's a bunch of different apps that are like specifically for satellite tracking too. There's one for like finding the International Space Station
oh
Mhm.
yeah,
stuff too. But yeah, Stellarium is free, so everybody
Yeah.
go play around with your own planetarium. It's amazing, very fun. So, yay, space!
yeah, space tangent. That was great.
Hell yeah! I'm always up for a space tangent.
Totally.
Absolutely.
While I was gone, did Natalie? Did you talk about some of the stuff you do? I don't know if I missed it.
I did briefly. I do my podcast. I do Everything is Real, Garbage Brain, which is part of Garbage Brain, I suppose. And I have like all my comic stuff. I have my Natalie D. I haven't done my Natalie D site for a while because I branched out and started doing other stuff instead. And I work on the Share Zone. I just do all kinds of stuff. I try to keep busy and keep busy with a bunch of different stuff. So
Cool. Hold on. So I think we might take a little intermission here in a minute. Is there anything we want to do before the intermission? And then we're gonna do like a contact session of some kind. I don't know if we're gonna talk to Ned the cannibal or
Or Goblin.
Or Goblin,
Mothman.
oh yeah, you want to talk about your Mothman?
Oh
You're
yeah,
good.
I made a little wire wrapped Mothman, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it. He's got little carnelian eyes. So
He's
he's going up on my Etsy on Saturday. He's gonna be a little wall hanging because he's a little too chunky for a necklace. I'm gonna try to make a smaller one too that maybe I can make into a necklace. And if I should make any other cryptids, let me know. Because I'm almost at 1,000 followers on my Instagram, and I want to do a giveaway. And I put up a poll for people to vote if they want the giveaway prize to be like earrings or necklace and a cryptid. And it's pretty much tied between necklace and making a cryptid. So go vote my poll.
I'm gonna just go
And
do that.
maybe
real
you
fast.
can win.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do a little intermission and we can we'll talk about who we're gonna contact, who or what we're gonna talk to, and then we'll be back in a second.
how long?
Maybe like we'll be in there in like maybe like 10 minutes.
Okay. Right on.
Sounds good.
Cool.
See y'all
All right,
in a
back.
bit.
We'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Right.
Let's see. I'm gonna put this on.
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our...
What the heck?
And we're back.
I guess we're back. We were talking
Jeremy.
about Jeremy's here.
Oh, or not. Ah.
Oh, I'm here.
We were talking about trying to contact technical goblins, and I think they are here for sure.
They're like,
I
hi.
didn't see it. Goodness gracious.
That was
Let's see.
wild.
I'm gonna do this. Let's see and make it. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna pull a new card since we're in a new part of the show.
How's it going, y'all?
It's good.
I can't wait to revisit what I missed a little later. Welcome,
Tech goblins.
tech goblins. I hear this. I have a no. So seriously, like there are like really big sunspots going on right now, and the I really think that like it's a solar storm kind of situation. And I've had so many. Like we were actually like Garrett and I were scheduled to be on another podcast interview the other day, and like all the tech got borked in that, and we had to reschedule. Wi-Fi's been going in and out for people. I've been max headrooming all the time on Zoom lately.
We were in that Zoom actually before the internet started going bad. Like it started doing like all the other people's feeds started going in your feed. Like max headroom, or something. It was just like weird glitching. I've never seen anything like that before. Like like a TV that starts like cycling or whatever. It was like that. It's like, what is going on? Yeah, something amiss.
Fun times.
So I think that's the plan then, is to try to contact whatever this sunspot gremlin is that's messing with us.
Yeah,
Let's
but
try.
instead pulled the sun.
That's so funny.
So
Has
if
a
people
baby
want
on it. Is that the 7-year baby or whatever?
to,
7-year baby. Ooh, did I miss
Oh, you
something?
gotta catch up.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess so. What did anybody else got? I just pulled Bess. It's like this weird Egyptian kind of goblin deity.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull a card from the bridge.
I think he's got solar attributes too.
And also, everyone who is here, please check out Natalie's podcast, Everything is Real. It is relevant to literally all of your interests and is hilarious and
Yes.
fantastic.
Hey.
So check it out.
yeah.
And there's so much.
Yeah.
So you
We
won't
post episodes twice a week. And we've
There
been
you
doing it for a few years now, so we have a lot of episodes.
There
Yay!
you go.
I
Most
love
recent one I
discovering a
listened to
new-
is about the Kentucky Goblins, which all of you are familiar with. Very good. Fun stuff.
I love discovering a new fun podcast that has like a huge backlog.
All right, let's see. What does Katie Wibbs the bridge say? We have, what is this? Rocks? Granite?
You got bricks earlier too.
I did.
For some
Yeah.
reason, I thought of Mars, like like the dirt on Mars. That's just what it's like. Oh, it looks like the Mars dirt.
Yeah, or like this is kind of like whitish grayish, so maybe it's like the ice caps on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
I
what I
like
got. You ready for mine? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
Right
yeah.
on.
The swords.
which deck is that?
This is the Oliver Hibbert deck.
I love that art style.
I thought it was pretty dope too. I got it as a birthday gift. I'm into it. That's the second time I've pulled that two of swords also since I've been sitting here, by the by. Whatever you want from that.
Well, I just pulled
Do-
Apollo, and it's hard to get more solar than Apollo.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
true. I'm gonna do a tarot from the Thoth deck now.
Ooh,
Let's see what we get.
Oh,
Princess of Discs. Here we go.
oh yeah.
Lovely.
That's
Lovely,
Earth's
lovely.
Earth, so that's not quite like the sun, though, right?
No, that's
No,
a
not
little earthier.
particularly.
3 of Gardens. Ooh, I don't know what deck has the Gardens as a suit, but I'm interested.
That deck is pretty. It's the Japaridza deck. It's really lovely.
looks like-
she does card pulls on Twitter. Juniper Fern.
Oh, cool.
She likes doing that. Goblin Witch on Twitter.
That's right.
That's my girlfriend.
That's right.
I see King of Cups, Queen of Cups, 4
Page
of
of
Cups,
Wow, a cup.
5 of Cups. I got 8 of Cups.
I got 2 of
Wow.
cups.
Huh.
Are there any? Maybe we should figure out which ones haven't been pulled yet, and those are the ones that actually give us a message.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any wands. So
Well, I got Aries for Mars. Were we just
all
talking?
right. Mhm.
Now I think we're just having fun pulling.
Yeah, I think
Pretty much. Pretty much.
All
I'm
right.
excited to contact some Sunspot goblins.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how are we gonna do it?
Adler, did you say you might want to go under?
I can if we want to do that. It's not a requirement. Hi, Maestro, come here. But I do have a spirit box.
I think that would be fun.
I think so.
Yeah.
We can do it. Just gotta tell me
Thumbs
how
up.
long. Libby.
Just like 20 minutes. If you can
20
do that.
minutes.
Does that feel good to you?
Easy. If a maestro walks across my computer, then he's the tech goblin because I
Okay.
Without
Cats are excellent at that.
without a special kitty, it would not be WUFO.
exactly.
I'm
Okay.
gonna burn some rosemary and see if we can.
Let's see. Fun times.
Remember if rosemary is ruled by the sun or not. Kai just had 7 of Cups jump out of their deck.
Like all the cups. Wow. What is the?
We're
what is
all
the
feeling it.
It's
We're all
emotions,
feeling
but
it. Oh god.
It's also creativity. So
All right, I'm gonna.
Has to do with like
Glow.
stuff, doesn't it?
like what kind of stuff?
Like intuition.
Yeah, totally.
I like that 7 of Cups. That's one of my favorite cards. I really like that
3
one.
days.
Ooh, it's contact time.
And you will know if
Whoa. All right, we're going already. Cool. Hello, are we talking to a Sunspot gremlin?
7. I heard
7 Sunspot gremlins?
how much better it was.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I heard the 3 is down.
Huh. Are the sunspots causing technical hilarity?
Flat.
Flat?
Flat.
Gray area.
A gray area like muddy, or a gray area like the grays?
Or
I just saw that there's still like the intermission bar in gray at the
Okay.
bottom. Maybe it's talking about that technical thing.
Oh yeah.
page double.
That was an ID 10T error.
Under.
Why are you messing with
You
our
gotta
technology?
pull the 8, the cards.
Why are you messing with our technology?
You have to.
We have to what? Do sunspot gremlins like tacos?
The hard-hitting questions here.
Thank you.
Important. Never feed a sunspot
Someday.
gremlin after midnight.
They won't.
They won't.
They won't what?
They won't what?
Like tacos?
Do you have a name? Could you tell us our name? Your name?
That's all. We all get new names.
Try.
Oh, what did they say?
You or me?
You.
You or me?
You.
The program.
Is their name the program?
Water.
Got a lot of water to row pulls.
They're
Do you like
all
tarot?
like lady.
Can you travel around wherever you want?
3.
I said 3 once already. Also,
That's right.
the sunspot gremlin did.
I heard.
Should we try the face up card experiment we did last week to see if that makes a difference?
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Craft the wing.
Craft the wing?
It's kind of relevant, but I'm going to hold up a card. And if you're there, tell me something about what I'm holding up. It's the Ace of Cups.
Cups.
Imp.
Do you like to communicate with tarot?
You're in power. On the fringe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Mm. Well, if you get any impressions about the card later, feel free to shout them out. Why do we keep getting cups?
It's so odd.
I know.
A little bit.
503.
503.
Is that a time?
Hello?
Hi.
Ooh, is it a 3-card pull?
Who is 1? Or 2?
One like the Ace of Cups?
Papa Smurf is not here yet. In the morning.
Right on. Is Papa Smurf on his way? Oh, and 503 is apparently the Portland area code, according
That's
to
true.
chat.
Yeah. I think
Whoa.
Papa Smurf is a little like they're a little goblin gremlin-y kind of.
Yeah.
Like the Smurfs. And they're
Head
blue.
for his house in the hills. I thought of my reason. You'll have to wait.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You gotta find Papa Smurf in Portland. Do we keep getting cups because of all the blue? The blue light.
We're here in the city.
In Portland?
We're all over them.
Interesting. What are you doing in Portland? Are you meeting up with Papa Smurf?
8:30. Save the date.
Uh-oh.
August 30th.
30th?
It's important.
Important meetup in Portland on August 30th. Heard.
To meet Papa
You know what it
Smurf.
is? We do. Only eclipse?
Only eclipse.
Is there an eclipse around that? Let me see.
That would be interesting.
Apple?
I will flip out if there is an eclipse. No.
Over
there
it.
is not.
Over it.
Nothing.
Would that be just
Make
Portland
sure
that there's no eclipse? Like, is there someplace there would be one?
The eclipses for 2023, April 20th, May
You were
5th,
freaked out.
October 14th, October 28th. So how are you, Sunspot Gremlin? What's going on?
You. That was me.
Hmm.
1-1. What? I concur.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Do it.
What should we do? Whoa, DJ Papa Smurf is/was a DJ in Portland, apparently. Huh.
Does he have a show on the 30th?
Fascinating.
To the
Are
left. Your feet require.
Are you causing technical issues around the world right now by interfering somehow with radio waves?
My bad.
Fantastic.
Oh,
That's so good. Were you causing Garrett's technical difficulties at the beginning of the show? Do you have any technical difficulties in
Remix.
store?
That's it.
Is there a way we could ask you to stop doing the technical
After.
difficulty?
Do you enjoy doing that?
Don't forget. Leverage. Hazelwood. The road. There are oaks.
Ooh.
I'm hidden.
ooh.
Hidden in the woods?
Is this
Hazelwood
the
Road.
Green Man?
That's a good question. Are there more sunspot gremlins, or are you the only one?
Do the work. Up. Smile. We're here.
Hello and welcome to WUFO. Did you do the side quest?
Maybe.
Cheeky.
Can you
Alright.
see Jupiter from where you currently are in space time?
107.
Holy, that creeps me out.
107.
Hmm. Given the question I just asked, I'm not going to give the exact city, but I have relatives
You are.
whose address is 107 Jupiter
Rick.
Road.
Oh.
Huh. Fascinating.
There were some really weird tones.
Like the hellier tones? Bing, bing, bing. Huh.
Come on. You already know. You already know this.
We already know this. Hawk-headed god, which is a solar. Actually, I shouldn't speak.
Another
on behalf of
weird,
Solar.
like, electronic kind of sound.
Ooh. Sound of technical interference, perhaps.
One.
The my bad makes me think it was inadvertent, like it was an accident. Like it's just a.
Yeah.
We're one
Is it?
now.
We're one now.
Are you in?
How do we
Hell
get
yeah.
in? How do we get in there?
Fly.
Fly to the sun?
Really?
We just have to go at night. No, Kai, they are not related to the Anna L. painter.
Ada. Try pumping it. I hope the star.
Are we all the same? Are you already here all around us?
We're kind of hard to follow.
Hmm. Why?
Do you have any important message for any of us?
Thirst.
Thirst?
Nighty nighty.
I'm going to try one more card.
Gotta torque up. The
Gotta
window.
torque.
15.
Can you tell us anything about the card I'm holding up?
Apparently. Conference.
Conference.
This is kind of like a conference.
What does it mean to torque up? Is that like a motorcycle thing? Like
19 days.
What's going on in 19 days?
You sent it. We forced it.
Hmm. Should be the 30th of January, which is a Monday. If it was a Wednesday, I would laugh so hard, but it is not.
Acting. Running up slowly the tree while you wait.
Are you somehow in the trees?
– 43.
43.
43.
What is the significance to all of the numbers?
Maybe they're a squirrel ghost. I mean, to be fair, like light enters trees. Sunlight.
In the dark.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, I just said thought about it. Cool. Neat.
That was interesting.
Netflix, I felt like that was random. Also, I kept seeing like a green tree frog.
Ooh,
So
cute.
I don't know. It was really cute, but I was like, why? Why is there a frog?
It's another water thing.
Papa
Well,
Smurf bit was awesome.
Oh my god. That was so it was crystal clear. I was like, this is ridiculous. Also, 43 was very like 43. Like it was over all these stations, very clearly articulated. So I don't remember like anything else, but 43 was very clear.
Yeah.
There's something in the tree, and there's like hazelwood, and there was also an oak tree, I think, was talked about. And I think you were talking about Papa Smurf and the 503, which is where is like the area code of Portland. So all the Portland people were freaking out.
Yeah, and there's apparently a DJ Papa Smurf or something like that in Portland.
Yes, there are.
Gotta find out when the next gig is.
It'd be really fun to
yeah.
have a bunch of UFO people all messaging DJ Papa Smurf, being like, like we were biggest fans now.
Oh my god.
Tell us the message from the universe.
On August 30th. That's right.
Something August 30th.
August 30th.
What's happening on August 30th? I don't remember anything that I said.
You said
We don't know what's happening on August 30th.
You said in, was it 19 days, I think? You said something like that. And then
And that's January 30th.
But August 30th came up too, though. I think it was just
August 30th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. August 30th came up too. Yeah.
I had kind of a freaky thing. Maighdlin was talking about the side quest, and that's like Jupiter. So I was like, oh, can you see Jupiter from where you are? and you said 107. And one of my close family members lives at 107 Jupiter Road. And that kind of
you gave Jeremy the willies.
I got the willies,
which I don't see very often. But...
No, not too often. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and we were asking if the sunspot goblin was causing the technical difficulties, and then you said, "My bad."
That's amazing.
Oh my god. See, I love it because if you ever do Spirit Box, it's like this was all random things.
That's awesome. Cool. Thanks for going under.
Yeah, it was very chatty. You had a lot.
There was so much.
Yeah,
I missed so much because it was just talking, and it was like, dudes, I just cannot. It also kept saying the word demon, and I was like, no, I'm not saying that word out loud because no. I don't know who you are, but no, thank you.
I totally hope that someone will illustrate, or more than one person, because there are like so many talented people here right now, even a sunspot goblin of some kind, or gremlin, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, shouts out Paimon. Oh my god. I'm just like looking through the chat now. I'm like, what happened?
I know, right? And maybe it's more like a His Dark Material daemon. Or like a Greek myth daemon. Like Socrates had.
Oh yeah.
I want Socrates demon.
Cool.
Neat.
Well, what next?
Well, I think it's time for West Coast. Maighdlin, are you coming back next week too?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another guest coming, or is it just a 1 year anniversary? All right, we gotta plan something big for that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we were talking about a giveaway.
Oh yeah,
of some kind.
Yeah, I'd love to do a giveaway for a pair of binoculars.
That would be great.
Yeah.
We'll just have to figure out what hoops they'll need to jump through to.
You have to find Papa Smurf.
Right.
And Ned, you have to convince Ned that you don't know.
Yep.
You have to drink pickle juice with coffee creamer.
Yeah, I like that one.
There we go.
You have
Not
to make
just a shot either. It's got to be a gulp. Sorry, I missed that last one, Adler.
Oh, Maestro is talking now. What? I'm saying you have to make a pretzel.
Yeah, make a pretzel. Yeah.
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh, you know what? I
You
got
know,
a kombucha
those are-
starter tonight. We were all talking. Who's Adler?
It's Tech Goblins. Maestro's talking. I have no idea.
Well, I was just saying I got a kombucha starter tonight. My my partner bought it from like this. Apparently, she goes to a naturopath. Not apparently, she does go to a naturopath. But apparently, while at the naturopath said, "Oh, if you want eggs or kombucha starters, there's a guy across the street who has chickens and he can't eat all the eggs, so he just gives them away for whatever you can pay." Like across the street, and so she got like she got a half dozen like nice chicken eggs and this huge SCOBY.
Wow.
Nice.
And I was thinking if I should make it in UFO water.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Totally. How long does it take to brew it?
I don't know. I've never done it. It's one of the fermentation things I've never tried.
Because it'd be fun to try to talk to it.
Yeah.
It takes like a month, I want to say. I used to make kombucha like a decade ago. I haven't made it recently. I still have a SCOBY that's just been chilling in the closet for like several years, but it looks fine still. It's fun to make.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting so many good suggestions in the comments. You using oolong tea to make it? Somebody is making fake leather out of SCOBY. That tracks. You know, I have that mushroom hat. Like,
Yeah.
you could do that. Depends on how sour you want it to be. Like, well, for me, I want it like as sour as humanly possible. All
Let
right.
it go long enough. I think it just makes vinegar.
Oh, okay. That's cool. We can make some pasca. It was like the ancient Romans, like their drink of choice was like vinegary wine mixed with water.
Ooh.
That's just like that was like their cash drink. Like we could do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Never know what you're gonna learn about here. Cool.
Yeah, we've never made SCOBY, but we grew a bunch of chili peppers this year and fermented those. They were excellent.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah.
That
We
sounds
blended
good.
a bunch of them up, and it's just we have hot sauce now. We have tons and tons and tons of it.
Nice.
Did you happen upon the ritual that we designed that's up on WUFO.watch where you actually summon an entity into a bottle via the process of fermentation?
No, I had not seen that.
It's pretty interesting. Like it ended up having results for people, but like the basic idea is that you invite something into a bottle, and which people in like occultism have been doing for years, like genie in the bottle and stuff like that.
Sure.
Usually, you kind of coerce them in there and, get in that bottle. But we were thinking it would be better if you invited them in.
Right.
And they could come in or not. And the process of fermentation has like a certain success rate. And so the idea is if you put the ingredients in and come up with a name for the entity that you're summoning in or inviting in, the success of the fermentation would tell you whether or not there was like something living in there that had like the life force. And, if it didn't work, that's fine. It just meant it because we're inviting it. So,
Right.
So we did. And I think
Rain
I still have
check.
my bottle here is he's left, or I should say it left a long time ago, but I still have the contents and everything.
Nice. So what did you put in the bottle? You just put water in, or?
So it's UFO water, which, we make by leaving jars out on WUFO.
Okay. I did see that on the site.
And then, it's just it has to be like a local, like a plant or something from your ecosystem or an ingredient from like your surroundings. But then like I put in, like you have to go out and find something that is likely to produce wild yeast. So I use like a conifer or a pine, like pine cones and conifer cones in particular. They have a lot of wild yeast on them. And so you can like drop a few pine cones or pine needles in a bottle with some honey or sugar, or Garrett, I think, used Nerds candy, or was it Pop Rocks?
I use sprinkles. Like
right. Cake sprinkles.
Cake sprinkles. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's sugar. And so the yeast will eat it and be happy. And, it'll work or it won't. And that's pretty much all that's in there. Yeah. It was fun.
Mine exploded and leaked everywhere. And I had
Cannot
sprinkles all
contain that
over-
entity.
Yeah, I had sprinkles all over my desk for like weeks.
So the SCOBY is the cake of yeast that ferments the sugar you use with the tea, and that's how it gets carbonated. Yeah, maybe I'll try and make it like extra strong, like extra alcoholic, like hard kombucha. That would be fun.
Ooh.
You had to put a ton of sugar in it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, alcohol is yeast poop. So
Mhm.
so Garrett, I know you had talked about having a record player set up.
Yeah, I do. I was thinking it'd be fun to just like play records backwards to see if there's any secret messages in them. I just saw like a TikTok where someone was playing a record backwards and saying that it was demonic or something.
I say
You know,
maybe the
and-
demon from the spirit box.
Yeah, totally. And I was like, man, that's a good old fashioned way to see if there's something hidden here. Yeah, I was gonna try that. I just pick some records at random. If you want me to do it.
Yeah, I think that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I know it's late for y'all, so you can stay as long as you want. Or if
Yeah.
you feel tired, don't feel bad about having to peace out. But you're welcome to hang out. Let's see. This first one, you want me to do it right now? Is this good?
Ooh, that's good.
Nice.
Irish
Yeah,
Gaelic
let's do it now.
Okay, I'll do
While
it.
everybody's sticking around. Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay. Try to hear. Tell me if you hear anything. I'll play it for a while.
Okay, here we go.
Lagdam on Tussel Okrahur, Akar and Anagut. Fun and it no. This. Hakon. What hush. Hex hush. Hagayuk. The hut. Ekartse od. Ekartse ni. Ekart. Ekartse you. Ekartse rahat. Ekartse ears. Ekartse od. Ekartse ni. Ekartse. Guardian. Guard. Guard hush. Guard this. Guard you. Guard rahat. Guard ears. Guard od. Guard ni. Het. Ian. Hush. Yes. You. Hush.
See, I'll put on another. Let's try a different one.
Oh, bye, Nick. Thanks for coming.
Um,
I had a question about that. Were you playing it like forwards at the beginning
yeah.
and then backwards?
Yes.
And-
forwards. It sounded confusing too because
I was just gonna ask if I was being like problematic for thinking Gaelic sounds similar backwards.
So here's one of someone playing flute. I don't know if that would have many words, so I don't know. This is recordings from the Apollo 11.
Oh, nifty.
And these are people's answering machine tapes that are found at thrift stores. So I don't know. Oh, I think the moon one. Let's try that. Let's see.
From 1 minute to ignition and everything is go.
Kind of sounds Gaelic.
I'll hear Gaelic now.
Kitty.
He likes these beats.
My kitty is purring behind the laptop, but not in front of it.
Oh, there he is.
Did you hear any secret messages in that? The beep sounded like it was a little obnoxious.
It was a little, but it's okay. I think it was calling Maestro.
I think so. He heard the beats. And he moved closer every time.
These are answering machine tapes, so they might have beeps too. Sorry.
He's so interesting.
I don't know. I guess I'm just never happy.
I heard I'm an idiot.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that too. I'm an idiot.
Nancy, this is Bob. Bob, this is his name.
Maureen Green suggests playing Hell You're Backwards.
Ooh.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I should go. I think I have that Beatles record, so maybe I could another time get that and we could actually listen to the original Paul is Dead.
That would be fun.
But that's kind of like the whole I could imagine being by yourself with your eyes closed, going backwards and trying to listen that way.
Yeah.
I had another idea that came with at dinner time. If maybe that people want to. This is something people could do at home too. If you all are down, but we were playing. I was teaching my 9-year-old son how to play MASH. I don't know if people remember that from grade school, but the idea when you're a kid playing MASH is basically you would write MASH at the top, and then around the box you would draw a box under that, and then you would on one side you would write the names of the other kids that you had crushes on, and then you would write on the other side a list of cities that you would end up with in living in the future, and then at the bottom you would write like sometimes how many kids you were going to have or what job you were going to have. And then in the center, you would draw when you would play. So you'd fill that all out and then you would draw a spiral like this. And then the other person who was getting the reading would say stop. And then you would count the lines in the spiral. And then you would find a number from that. And using that number, you would go around and like cross off like every fifth thing going around in the categories until you're left with one of each category. And then we would find out that you're living in an apartment with, Jessica in Tokyo or whatever with 500 kids. Like that's kind of how it would end up usually. So I was thinking instead of doing it about relationships, we could do it about like, say you wanted to see if there's an entity out there that wanted to speak to you, And this would be a way to find out which kind of entity it is, the method they want to communicate to you over, what their name is, yeah, like what kind of thing you should offer them, things like that. So I just came up with this at the dinner table, so I have no idea how this would work or what, if it's effective. But I was thinking it'd be funny if instead of MASH, it was WUFO. And so the WUFO stands for this is my idea, was which kind of entity you're speaking with. So W would be a water elemental. U would be an underground or earth elemental. F would be a flying or aerial one. And O would be like outer space, or maybe other dimension. So that's what the thing. And then I was thinking on the right hand side of the box, I can draw it for you.
Yeah.
So that you can see what I'm talking about if you have no idea, never played this.
We didn't play this specifically, but there were so many other like
kid games,
divination games. I mean, it's like kids doing divination.
Right. Kind of just like this. This is, so here's the letters at the top, and then we would fill these out with different names for different categories of things. So like this is maybe what kind of offering you're going to give them: honey, milk, I don't know, berries, bread. And then over here, you would maybe say, which kind of method do they want to talk over? Like tarot, spirit box, something else. And then down here was maybe, I don't even know what other thing did we come up with. That one,
I can't remember what the bottom one was.
You could do like where.
Where are they?
You had area of focus, health, relationships.
Oh yeah, what do they want to what kind of subject do they want to talk to you about? Yeah. So yeah, like the kinds of things that you ask questions about in tarot, health, usually.
Love.
Yeah, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like extra credit, you could write the whole alphabet down here and then cross out letters until you have 4 left. And then that way you could find out its name, so you could refer to it. So yeah, then when you actually play, you just make a spiral like this. See the spiral? And then you would just count the lines when you finally stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then you just go around. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and cross that one out. Like no. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cross it out. You go all around. You just keep going around in circles until everything's crossed out, except for 1 in each category. So one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and then if you did the alphabet, it would be separate. Anyways, I just thought it'd be fun to use MASH as a divination technique.
Yeah. Should we do it?
I kind of want to do it. I think it would be fun, but I don't know how people are feeling.
I think we should. I need to go get some paper and a pen. Can we give like 30-second break or something to let everybody get some writing utensils if they want to do it?
Yeah, I'll put on the Apollo mission while we do that.
And maybe you could put that on I don't know how that would work. I was wondering if we could get that diagram like up on Mastodon or Twitter or something.
I don't have a phone right now. I can't.
No, that's okay. We'll just. All right.
Gotta get some paper. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so walk us through how do you build the sigil again. It's like a microchip.
Yeah, it's like a little home for the entity. I also like that it's like a spiral that classically you make, you know?
Yeah.
It's very like Twilight Zone or something. And then maybe this is just the way I played it too. And Amber, my wife, she's from Georgia. She played Match too, and she had a different grid. So this is just how I did it as a kid. Yeah, so it's just like 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 at the top. Uh-oh.
So which
Alex got.
I'm
So-
gonna do
left side was what category is the left side and the right side and the bottom?
Yeah.
the left side would be I think it was like offerings, so something that you could offer what as a gift.
Okay.
Left side is offerings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also the premise of this, I think, is like to find out which entity wants to talk to you, what method. This is not divination other than it's a way to find out what wants to talk to you and how you can talk to it. And then you have to go do that on your own afterwards. But it's kind of like, who's here? Who wants to talk to me, basically. Okay.
Okay. I got my offerings.
And then on the right side would be which kind of method. So you could pick your own, whatever methods you have at your disposal or you feel comfortable with, but pick the 4 of them. So you could say tarot, spirit box, dreaming, meditation, pendulum, anything that you have.
What is that echo microphone noise?
Oh, that's my microphone. That's the goblins. Sorry.
I was just like, what is that noise?
It's very ominous though. It's like
Yeah, it's a definite vibe. Now, what's the bottom going to be?
see, I don't know. I was thinking like the area of influence that like maybe like what
What
it has a message for you about, like love, finances, career. What are the other things? Creative endeavors. I don't know.
That's what I just wrote down.
Oh, really?
I just wrote down creativity as you said that.
Okay. I'm gonna try putting the alphabet because I'm curious about the name thing. I don't know how it will work, but we were talking about we made those like WUFO cootie catchers before in the past too, like those little fortunes. It is true that kids like do a lot of like divination kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of what other divination games they play.
I didn't know about divination.
Box thingy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those I forget what they're called. Those were so neat though. I could probably still make one.
Yeah.
I definitely will make one. Absolutely.
Those are great. That was like the one thing that I really remembered in terms of like childhood divination things.
Yeah.
Everything's
I
called
got
flycatcher.
my thingy.
So
Oh,
how
Bloody Mary. That was another one.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we called them cootie catchers when I was a kid.
Oh, cootie catchers. Yeah.
But they have like another a little bit better name, like Fortune something. So I can't remember.
You could probably see my Mothman a lot better now in this light.
Ooh.
Oh wow, nice.
Look in the mirror to see your future husband. Yeah.
There is that game that Jeremy, you and I wanted to play where it's like I can't. There's instructions somewhere online, but it's something to do with elevators.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, and kids play it. But it's like you go to an elevator and you go to like the 13th floor, then you get out, you wait for the next elevator, then you go down to the 2nd floor. And it has like all these instructions. Then it says like on the 5th floor, a man will get on. Don't look at him. It's like all of these like. It's like a whole like recipe, and then eventually you'll end up in this certain place. It's just called the elevator game. So Jeremy and I want to go play it, try it somewhere.
Yeah. Ooh, we should do it in Portland. We should do it at the Heathman in Portland, the haunted hotel that I stayed in.
Yeah, and then go see DJ Papa Smurf after.
And then go see DJ Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf will be the man that gets on the elevator.
Don't look at him.
Yes.
Or maybe that's Ned. That might be Ned, actually.
So how are we doing these spirals? Are we just going to like? Am I going to draw a spiral and one of y'all tell me to stop, or what's going on?
I could just say stop. We can all go, and then I'll say stop.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Tell me when to start.
Everyone get their pencil ready.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, start.
Uh-oh.
You can stop. All right, stop. Okay.
Whew. I was going like way before you guys even started. I have spiral.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got the number 11.
10.
12.
All right.
7.
I also got 10.
Are these all the numbers that Adler was saying off during the context?
Ooh.
Okay, so now you just go, you start from the W and you count whatever number you have, go around your square, and then count again. Once you finish 11, just go to the next letter, cross it off at 11, go to the next one. And then as you're counting, don't count ones that have been crossed off. Just skip past them. Does that make sense?
Should we also include the alphabet letters?
Yeah, you can, or I was going to do it after.
Okay.
I usually circle one once a category is done, basically. So if in one of the categories, it's the last one, I circle it so I know not to even go over there anymore.
All right. Sarah's asking what the bottom. The bottom is supposed to be like subjects that you might like: health, wealth, love, finance. One person hide and seek.
Are we
I want to know what
to
need
leave
to
one
know
of
what
the
that is.
letters of WUFO?
What's
Yeah,
that?
the letters of WUFO. Each one stands for something.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I am done. I think I need to do the letters at the bottom though. So you just do the same thing
Yeah, I think so.
until you get to how
4
many
letters. 4 letters
4,
left.
okay.
I'm just leaving Erica's comment up because I totally want to find out what's being talked about here.
Ooh. I got 4 letters, and it's DLMO. So that would be an anagram, is it, for mold, which is pretty cool. Or dome. I don't, but mold is pretty awesome. I'm gonna say it's mold.
I like mold.
All right, I think I'm done.
I'm so close.
So the stabbing and leaving your own hairs in the doll. What game is that?
I have completed
Ooh.
my thingy.
I want to hear what everyone's thing is.
Yeah.
Is everyone done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go? You want to tell us what you got?
Sure. I got W. What does the W stand for again?
So like this is my thing. Water
Water.
elemental.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Water elemental. Okay. That wants to talk to me through pendulum about my studies and wants incense as an offering. And the 4 letters I got are B, G, M, and Q.
BGM.
No idea what that could mean.
It's very similar to mine. Not exactly the same, but
Ooh.
I got a water elemental who wants food offerings and wants to use a pendulum to talk about my career.
Cool.
Nice.
Its name though is BGHP, which I'm not feeling necessarily.
Wow, we did get a lot of similarities, huh?
Their names are all pretty similar.
I wonder if those are like are there elements from the periodic table that they could correspond to or something?
Usually they're 2 letters. It'd have to be like H is hydrogen, B would be boron. I don't remember the other ones.
G and P.
P is phosphorus. Not G though.
G, M, and Q. Is M magnesium?
No,
Or is that
magnesium
Mg?
Mg.
Okay.
Yeah, M is not one alone. There aren't many that are alone.
Mm.
Not many.
Wasn't
Interesting.
there an early clues method ritual we came up with for using the periodic table to summon the spirits of each element or something?
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
I'd be a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
You have the early clues handbook yet? Because that's where it's at.
I gotta get that.
Sarah McCarthy in the chat got a demon named Dekv. would like a smoked nettle offering for career dreams.
Ew.
Ooh, I
like
love
that.
nettles. Nettles are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I got somebody named BIHN. Bin? Don't know. What we say F is flying,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So flying. Wants flowers. And wants to talk me through dreams about relationships.
Interesting.
Yeah,
3 of us got B too.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. Huh.
Hmm.
Should I go?
What'd you guys
Yeah.
get? Yeah.
Okay, so I got O, which is outer space, right?
Mm-hmm.
An aerial entity like of that kind. Wants to talk with me on a walk in the woods about love, and it wants Cheetos.
Hell yeah.
And the letters are HKTW.
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 I wonder if there's a way we could do it like where you make rows with like vowels or something, like vowels on one line,
Mm.
and then so then you at least get one vowel. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
So mine's from outer space too. Wants to speak through tarot. It wants an offering of nerds candy. It wants to talk to me about love. We have these outer space love entities,
What's going on there?
and their name is Mold. I'm pretty sure.
Distracts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious if people, what they got, and maybe trying to. That'd be interesting if people tried to
Try the method. Yeah.
try and see if it got results. I don't know. Experiment.
I'm going to have to roll out now because I'm about ready to fall asleep.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
Thank you for me, and thanks for inviting me out. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah.
Hell
Whenever
yeah.
you want me, just let me know.
Cool. Will do.
Okay. Bye, Natalie. Thanks for coming.
Problem. Good night.
Night. That was great.
That was fun.
Well,
Did
so
you have-
yeah, you were saying if anybody like wants to try doing this, like I'm totally gonna bring Cheetos with me to the woods next time I go.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I don't really even have any
I'm
major
into
questions,
it.
but you know.
I love this. I can't wait to get our love messages from.
I know, from Mold. I wonder what Mold has to say.
Outer space mold, right?
Yeah, space Mold.
Space
Oh
mold.
my god. I love it. I only take my relationship advice from Space Mold.
Oh.
Man.
So I had another thought. Actually, I had this earlier, which is kind of fun, but I don't want to like start into something new. Just since we were talking about like kids stuff and divination methods.
Yeah.
Should I talk about it now
Yeah.
or okay? So I showed this off before. I don't know if you saw it a few weeks back or like follow me on Insta, but this is an Yinks is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a an ancient Hellenistic or Hellenic tool for like an altar tool for when you're like when you want Hecate to carry your prayers or supplications to like the underworld or Hermes to carry them up to like the heavens, because it sounds like or actually it's hard to say it feels like fluttering birds, like a fluttering bird when you do it. And the idea is that like birds are often considered like intermediaries between, you know, the realm of the spirits and our realm. So it's called an Yinks, and I'll show you how it's done again. And I kind of think of it like a prayer wheel, like a Tibetan prayer wheel. You know, every time you spin it, you know, a prayer is sent out into the universe. So you just kind of do this, and then you pull it, and it's got this sort of satisfying, fluttering feel in your hands. And And it's also a children's toy. So it was used in ancient Greece and Rome as a children's toy. And people make them now, I guess, with buttons and stuff. And I was thinking, like, I got this from my wife for my last birthday. But it's a UFO fidget spinner. And I'm thinking, like, could we, like, could we use this in the same way? Like, is it the same principle? Like the spinning thing that you could use to
send your messages
to the skies, so that like fidget spinners we could turn into like interesting, like occult aspect, or like some sort of tool we can use, because they're easy to come by and everybody has them, and they're kind of fun. This is cool because it can also, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but like if you shine this little light on it, it glows in the dark.
Oh my goodness.
That's cute.
So I was thinking we could, like, I don't know if we could like sell licensed fidget spinners or like Liminal Earth or WUFO fidget spinners, right? And people spin them to like bring like their thoughts or energies or whatever to the aerial entities.
Right.
The same way, yeah.
That's amazing.
That's my idea. That's my thought.
I love this.
Oh yeah, no, Sarah's right. You could do the same with a yo-yo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what I wanted to bring that up, just in the sense of like a child, like children's toys and like playing. You're so much more hooked into your intuitive side, I think, when you're a kid. And so it makes sense that these would have meaning or value and could be translated. The other one we were talking about on text, I was thinking it would be interesting to do something with Hangman, but like you're trying to get the little guy to like summon something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this. There was one time I never posted about it, even though I meant to, because my brain is soup, but I had this weird ass dream where I called him like a French goblin man. I don't know what he was. He was talking about WUFO and like this whole group. And he was saying like the best way to get a UFO, like verbatim, he's like, the best way to get a UFO is to do the most random stuff. So he was like, if you plan it, it won't work. Like they know what's happening. So like this is all like random shit. He's like, yeah, you should tell them. They just do like random stuff. He's like, yeah, if you like I'm gonna do this every like spirit box at this time. It's very systematic. He's like, that. No, you need to like get out of the pattern and like do fun random things. It's like in the dream, he's like, look, I'll show you. And he like had a bunch of people like dance really weird, like across the middle of an intersection. And then like a UFO came down and I'm like, okay, we'll talk to it. And then it went away. And then like we'd have to, at one point he's like, just shout really loud over there at those kids. And then the UFO came back. And it was like, what? It was all like stuff you wouldn't do or think of. But he was like, you need to all do this. So
this is like some prime WUFO, like messaging right here. we gotta try.
How do you not plan to have that happen though?
I literally was so confused. And he's like, just have fun. And he's like, don't think about it too hard or it doesn't work. And it's like, okay.
That's true. I mean, in a way, like I worry every week about WUFO and like what we're gonna do, and then like this just happened at my dinner table talking about MASH. Like that feels less like a job or something than it's just like, oh, let's do this crazy thing. The spontaneity of it.
Yeah. That's the word.
I had no idea what we were going to talk about today. I was just like, I don't know. We'll just go with it and see what sort of fun stuff happens.
Like, we'll just be here.
The play, I think, is important.
Right.
Yes.
But I am also very sleepy now because it is late over here. So it's a pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I hope you all got to see Jupiter. It's probably set now. Yeah, it's definitely set now. That's okay. You can see it tomorrow. All right, everyone. Have a lovely night.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week. Same time, same place.
Exciting.
And we have Kai here.
Oh, I'll say hi to Kai, and then I'm also gonna go to sleep.
Is Maestro going to sleep with you? Like, does Maestro snuggle, or is Maestro up all
Yes.
night? Kitty?
No, Maestro snuggles. I have a body pillow above my pillow, so my feet hang off the end of the bed, but we hold hands, or he makes biscuits on my head. So, yes. Or he tears the place apart. So we'll see where he is now.
Cool.
Well, good night.
Good night. See you soon. All right. I think now that there's only 3 of us, this might.
There you go.
That's a little nicer. I don't want people looking at me up close.
Hi, Kai.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Did you do the WUFO?
Rachel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I got an underground entity that would like an offering of wine to talk to me about relationships via meditation. And I got the letters I, C, T, and W. So there's like a witch with a missing letter.
Wow, that's cool. You'll have to tell us if you try it and if you have interesting results.
Oh yeah, I have every intention of putting out some wine and doing a meditation after this and seeing what happens.
Cool.
This feels like the kind of thing where I have like started a thing, and if I don't follow through, like mischief might happen.
Oh yeah, we can't have that. Unless you like mischief. I don't know.
I don't mind mischief, but
Jeremy got that face in his butter. That's pretty.
That was
some good mischief.
Yeah, that's the kind of mischief I'm okay with. That like faces in the butter. That kind of mischief is okay.
Kind-hearted shenanigans.
Yeah, things that are delightful. Cool. So, Kai, are you here to talk about the thing we were talking about earlier?
Yes. I am here to talk about the fact that I made a promise on Twitter before I left that started during PanParaCon, actually, where I said that I would start a writing group, but I needed some time before I was going to be in charge of that. But now is the time. New year, and y'all launched this really cool new space for long form writing that is connected to Mastodon, which like just makes my brain so happy. Aside from all of that, but the idea will be we're going to do it once a month. I haven't decided exactly. I'm kind of thinking like maybe the last Friday of the month or the last Thursday of the month or something like that. But we'll just come together. I'll have some prompts that people can use or not use. People can share what they wrote during it or not. And it'll just be kind of a creative container for people to come hang out. And even though I'm calling it a writing thing, like if you want to show up and make stuff out of Play-Doh or do some other kind of like drawing or whatever, like great, love it. It's a space for everyone. But the idea is we'll have this kind of live component where it can be a bit interactive, but I also want to offer those resources that we'll be making kind of together every week available so that people can kind of participate asynchronously and maybe do the exercises and post them around if they feel like it. Yeah, that's the thought. I'm excited. I've hosted writing groups in a number of different settings, and it's something I really love doing, and I have missed it. So this feels very exciting.
Yeah, I think
That's great.
I've never done anything like that. I think it would be really fun. And I don't know if you planned on doing it here, like on this channel or some other place. It would just be like a group hang that basically people would join if they wanted.
Yeah, I think it would be ideal to hang out in either a space like I don't. Is there a limit to how many people can be in a StreamYard?
I think like 10, but we could do it in a different place. Like if we can figure out the details. Yeah,
I have a personal, or I have like a Zoom account that I can use for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking Zoom might be the right call, because that way people can be as interactive or not without kind of this kind of like division of like.
Yeah.
I tend to run things where it's pretty flat in terms of like not really like I'm in charge and everyone's doing a thing. We're all doing a thing together and asking to share some things that you can choose to do or not.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it before, so I'll let people know if they haven't heard. We started this website called weirdwords.org, and it's basically a community blog hub. So if you want to have a blog there, you can go to weirdwords.org/about, and it has some info about how to get an account. But basically it's really simple, just like interface to just write. And if you make it public, it will show up on the main timeline, and it's meant to be for like writing about things about paranormal, the occult, witchery, and weirdness in general. I mean, you could write about whatever, but I think that's the theme overall. And you could put your like WUFO diary up there if you wanted, or anything really.
I noticed that there are different like privacy settings, like you can password lock them. So like I like the idea of like maybe like using it also as like a dream journal or a WUFO journal, and then like having an archive that you have different layers of public versus private. It reminds me of the old like live journal. I had not Zynga. What was it called?
I don't even think I know what Zynga is.
That's like a weird game company on Facebook.
Friendster, MySpace, LiveJournal, GeoCities.
Oh, I had a GeoCities too.
Yeah, I had a GeoCities.
I mean, it was the same idea as LiveJournal, but it was a different game. It'll come to me, 5 hours from now in the middle of something. I'll wake up and be like, it was this.
I miss my little animated mailbox. Yeah. However you say it.
Yeah.
Click here. It was like so rad. Like, oh man, it moves. Like
might be able to add that to this.
I mean, that's because I'm old.
Do you run on Macs, or are you a PC person?
I'm doing the Mac right now. Mostly.
I previously have gotten really into, you can mod out all of your icons. And so Zynga, that's what it was. It totally was, Erica.
I had a Zynga. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yes, that's totally what it was.
So you can mod your icons?
Yeah, you can mod your icons, and there are all these different sets, and I would like, it makes me so happy. I spend a lot of time like finding a background. Like I had like a Katamari background and then a bunch of Katamari icons. So I made my desktop kind of look like a little Katamari scene. It's like when you were talking about like the images, like I don't remember there being like animations to them, but they're definitely, you could like thematically change things up.
That's cool. I like the weirdwords.org interface for two reasons. One, because it really makes you think about writing. Images are not hosted like on, you can't like upload an image. You can post an image, but it has to be hosted someplace else. And I think that makes you more like, for me at least, that kind of like forced restriction or something like that. It's almost like alt text on Mastodon. Like, I love it because it makes me consider in an editorial sense whether or not the image is actually contributing to what I'm doing. So it's like, does it need this image? Like, if it's something that I just want to pop up there and I can't take that, I'm not going to take the time to write alt text, then I'm just not going to do the image. And I think it's the same with this one, where like if it's an image, it's really got to be something to contribute to it, to the post, because I'm going to have to go like host the image someplace, and
Yeah, extra steps
kind
to
of
do it.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, Garrett and I met when we were blogging, like on, I mean, I think I had Blogger at first.
Yeah.
I had a blogger site. I had several of them. I think at different points. They like.
Yeah. But the other thing that's cool is that you can subscribe to these blogs on Mastodon. So you can go onto Mastodon and like follow the feed for a blog that's on weirdwords.org, and you won't miss anything. And that's kind of how the commenting is going to work on it too. Like, if you want to comment on a blog, that's you do it on Mastodon, and that's neat.
Yeah. I really, really appreciate how compact the Fediverse like enables me to be, like, to opt into, because right now, like, I follow a handful of people on Substack, but because it's another app I have to open, I don't ever read their stuff because I just haven't like gotten in the habit of it. So I'm really excited to start discovering other people's what's the website? It's not Free Write. What's it called?
Write freely.
Write freely. Yeah.
I'm excited to like subscribe to some other Write Freely sort of instances or people, so that like, and see what that feels like to have it come into my Mastodon timeline. I'm like nerdily excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious because I think, in Mastodon is like, it's kind of like Twitter, so it's like compact, like in what you see. But there are other things, it's almost like those are different views of the same information. Write Freely looks like a blog, Mastodon looks like Twitter, but it's just a subject with some words, with a body, and they just kind of show it in different ways. So like, I think there's other software that will show things like more expanded than like, I think there's something called like Friendica. I think that's what it's called. It would get Mastodon things too, but it would look more Facebooky, I guess, or more bulletin boardish. Anyways, I just think it's cool that there's just like all this different stuff, that's all like in this ecosystem. I don't know. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
But
I do have some UFO stories, but before we move on, I also wanted to mention, if you want one of these blogs, like, another cool thing is that like they don't cost a lot to maintain, so we can give them out for free. We are gonna I think we're trying to at least start off prioritizing marginalized voices in particular, but we're not gonna like turn anybody away. And all you have to do is write info@Liminal Earth and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you want to write about, and chances are we'll just go ahead and give it to you. We're also prioritizing giving them out to our friends because we own it, so
yeah.
we give it to our friends. So if you want to blog on weirdwords.org, like, write us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about that? I think that's it. Did you say you had some UFO stories you wanted to
Yeah,
share?
well, I had mentioned earlier that we'd be sharing a couple of our faves from 2022. Should I do that or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a few picked out here. So these are UFO stories that were submitted. They didn't all happen in 2022, but they were submitted to the map at Liminal Earth in 2022. Let's see here. Okay, so the first one I'm calling because you'll understand why when you hear the title. This was one of my favorites because it was called Intelligent Orange Orbs, which orange orbs have resonance with this group. So this was submitted. Let's see. This was submitted by Shane T, and it happened in Hickory, North Carolina. And I'm not quite sure where in North Carolina that is, but it's on the map. So this happened in 2014, December 24th. Around 8 p.m., I was driving to my boss's house to drop off a set of keys when an orange orb flew over my car. I immediately pulled over to the side, got out of the car, and looked up to see a dozen orange orbs the size of cantaloupes. They were 5 to 10 feet above me. They seemed to have heartbeats and would control their brightness. I was trying to see if they were solid, but they weren't, which was odd because they were definitely intelligent. They were completely silent and seemed to have their own personalities. Some stood still while others whizzed by playfully. When I would stare at one, it would blink, I guess letting me know it sees me. I was not scared. I was actually euphoric and very excited to be witness to this. They seemed friendly to me. I watched them for about 3 to 5 minutes until they slowly flew away and each one disappeared. I was amazed and even stopped at a church that was close by to ask if anyone had seen these things. They said no. To this day, it was one of the most bizarre and profound experiences of my life. Also, the next day, my eyes were burning red and sore. There were many other sightings all over the US the same night. What do you think of that?
That's freaking wild. The burning eyes. We should look up like where this happened and see if there's any newspaper articles with similar accounts.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing that stood out to me is the pulsing blinking that matches the heartbeat, because it reminds me of when Jim Perry from UFOmet was here talking about that UFO experience he had at the Easeti Ranch,
Right.
where the lights were kind of pulsing in sync with his own like breathing and heart rate, I believe. So it seems interesting that it's a similar phenomena. And I mean, and the burning eye thing seems like a common thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the things that I think is really interesting about UFO phenomena, and this kind of happened in the like weird little experience that I had that I don't know what I want to call it, but like the sense of kind of like I'm meant to be paying attention to this, the sense of kind of almost like I see you and you see me, and like almost like that connection is really interesting. So like having these like orbs that are reacting with this person, I think is like, it has this like ring of truth to it that kind of follows through a lot of the stories in the map, which I really like.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course the oranges, in case there's anybody here who hasn't heard the oranges thing, we've been on the trail of this mysterious pile of peeled oranges that keeps appearing in a little suburb of Seattle called Renton. And, orange orbs is immediately what I think about. I think about those oranges anytime I hear orange orbs. And it's almost like a message for us. Like, oh my God, kitty. What's the kitty's name, Kai?
This is Humble. He was thinking about climbing the drapes, I guess. Humble Anning. He is very excited about playtime right now and not very excited about me holding him.
That's awesome. Should I do a couple more? Maybe like 2 more?
Yeah.
All right. This is a shorter one. So this is from this was submitted by Janet from last week. That's one of the reasons I picked it. Yeah. Janet, who was here last week. And the title is Weird Cloud. July 28th of last year. So this actually happened in 2022. I was driving through Damascus, Oregon, coming back from a visit with a friend in Sandy. I was loving the beautiful blue summer sky when I noticed the only cloud in the sky. It was small, and the weird thing was it had what looked like an articulated tail trailing behind it. As I watched, the tail retracted into the cloud, and the cloud completely disappeared. It didn't dissipate, it disappeared. I still have questions.
Wow.
I like that because it makes me think of the whole like UFOs as living entities thing.
Right, like sky beings and
critters.
Yeah, I remember when we first met blogging, there's another person we would blog with that we hung out with in Seattle, and he was always pointing up, showing. He called them sylphs.
Yes,
and there's a whole website of these like sky beings that like those aren't clouds; those are actually, you can identify that there's these entities in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
When oh, sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, when I was a kid, I was convinced that there were like worlds on top of the clouds, like full on like castles and people who lived in them. And I was so disappointed the first time I went on an airplane because I clouds. It's a sad day.
But that's Magonia though, right? Like that's, the Magonians were, medieval sorcerers who lived in the clouds, but they were like sky pirates too.
Yeah, it also makes me think of The Land of Green Ginger, that song by The Orb, that like the story that it tells is very much that.
Oh, I'll have to listen. I don't know that one.
If I can dig it up, I'll try to drop a link in the Discord.
Yeah. All right, I've got one more. I've told this one before, but I wanted to tell it again because it's so freaky. It's probably like one of the scariest or creepiest stories that we've had submitted. And so, of course, I wanted to share it again. It's called Sign of the Baby. So this is submitted by Selena L. In Lancaster, California. 2013 approximate. I have a few stories of being taken by aliens or seeing the craft outside my window, but that should set the tone for today's story. Fast forward to having my first son. I distinctly remember when he was 10 months old, just started walking, I had a chilling experience. Around 5 a.m., I woke up to use the restroom. I was the only one awake and the house was still dark and calm. No sooner did I get in there and I hear a rustling down the hall. My then 10-month-old son pushes open the door. He stares at me, makes the sign of a triangle with his baby hands, places them over his third eye for about 2 seconds, and then with both his hands pulls down his bottom eyelids to expose the whites of his eyes, all while looking at me dead in the eyes, no blinking. This put me into a small panic. No child of his age should have the fine motor skills or has ever seen this mimic before. To see it was something unnatural. I know now that my childhood encounters were directly linked to my family and my kids.
Wow.
When kids do otherworldly stuff like that, it is just, what are they tapped into? Like,
I mean, I was at my kid is 11 right now, and if he did that, I'd freak out. But like, so he So I guess he made triangle and he put it over his third eye and then did this. Like, what could that mean? Go back to bed?
Yeah.
It's funny too because like it's not like it shouldn't be terrifying, and it's almost in some ways seems to me.
Yeah, like in some ways, it's like the uncanny valley version of what we've been like, what y'all always talk about with like uncovering the playfulness. Like, what is it to like pull down your eyes and like make a silly, like you're making
Right.
a face, right? Like,
Right.
something we do as kids is like we figure out all sorts of ways to like contort our face with our hands, and
Mhm.
like it wasn't in the middle of the night and a kid doing these things that like they probably shouldn't have, like you said, the fine motor skills to do. Like,
Right.
it would be funny, but because it is that like it's the middle of the night and what is a 10-month-old even doing? Like,
Yeah, that's really creepy. So, and it's interesting too because it's only tangentially UFO related in the sense that the person recounting it had UFO experiences. Like I almost wonder what was it that this kid did that was reminding her of like the UFO thing.
Yeah, like somehow they saw some connection to their own personal experiences, unlocked or seemed related.
Yeah. And maybe that was the intention of whatever was doing that.
sometimes I feel like UFOs are America's fairies. It's like for people who don't have connections to like Celtic or like Irish like folklore traditions, or all of these different, like for folks who kind of like come from this big hodgepodge of people who have emigrated and then kind of stopped talking about their like native cultures in an effort to assimilate.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're kind of grasping it like, oh, what can we have? We can have things in the sky. there's kind of this I was just listening to a podcast and I can't remember what one it is, but I was talking about like UFOs as a religion, which like kind of ties into that same idea of like this kind of otherworldly thing happening and trying to make sense of it. Like, oh, alien, like somehow like aliens have been the go-to or have become a go-to explanation for weirdness in a certain subculture of all over the world, I guess, but in America particularly.
But do you, I mean, especially like when I was, I'm just wondering if it's still that way now. Like, I mean, people talk about it from like these historical things that happened. But they're not, are there as many like modern, like the abduction kind of cases? You know what I'm saying? I haven't studied this. Like in this day and age, is this still happening in the same way? Or is it like a period of time when it was like really prevalent?
Yeah, it seems like there was kind of a big boom in abduction, like, or abductees, for lack of a, or like experiencers, I guess, in the like 80s and 90s that really, yeah, it doesn't, I mean, people like Whitley Strieber are still having like ongoing experiences, but you don't hear about it in kind of the large scale. It seems much more personal now.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if it's because people have gone underground with that kind of thing, because it's such like a, everyone has like a alien keychain that like joke. It's just kind of you're thought of as silly or something. So no one shares those things anymore. And if it's still happening in the same kind of way, I mean, obviously this person is having experiences that are pretty recent, but it's not. I mean, and maybe it's just whether or not the media or whatever is like sharing those stories in the same way. And that was a period of time when it was popular in public media. I don't know. It's just interesting.
A lot to think about.
I have that book too, The Dimensions. Have you ever read that by Jacques Vallée?
I just recently, well, I guess 2 months ago, read Passports of Magonia for the first time. And loved it. I can't wait to read some more of his stuff.
Yeah, Dimensions is like, it's Dimensions, Revelations, Confrontations, I think is the trilogy. The whole trilogy is good, but Dimensions really is the one that like, that one's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it talks about some of this stuff. So from what I remember, but I need to get that out again. I have it right here. With a foreword by Whitley Strieber.
Both of whom, I mean, I think we should invite both of them onto WUFO.
Yeah. Let's hang out.
Can you imagine like Jacques Vallée, Whitley Strieber on WUFO?
Doing MASH.
I was
MASH.
Going to say doing pickle juice lattes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
We sent them a little care package that has like some homemade pretzels, little mixing kits with their shot of pickle juice and shot of creamer that they can combine upon on cue.
Yeah. We still haven't even had Tenny on yet, and he's agreed to be on. So we'll start with him.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Cool.
These kind of baby steps. This kind.
Baby creepy steps.
It's about 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna go try to do some sky watching.
Yeah. I'm gonna do one more pull to see if I get any of the cups that didn't turn up earlier.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll do that too. Let's do some
seriously, I can't wait to watch this and find out, like, did we get the whole suit tonight?
I was trying to keep track of numbers. I don't think we quite got there, but it was also interesting. It didn't seem like we got loads of duplicates. Like it seemed like there was a good spread.
Yeah.
I did Kiki Dombrowski posted like year forward sort of new year like tarot spread that I did, and I got so many wands. It was just full of wands. I was like, I don't know what this is about.
Passion. Intensity.
Earlier you were doing oracle readings on
I was, yeah.
And I asked, I think about WUFO tonight, and we got the forest.
Yeah, and I drew the plane earlier, which was kind of interesting. Like to have, I don't think I've ever pulled two like places like that before.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting. I just pulled some more cups for us. Here's a Knight of Cups.
Wow.
And I did not pull a cup. I pulled TK. Which is like duty, kind of. Like doing your duty. It still sounded like I was talking about pooping.
This is 4 of Swords, so. But I did get this in the window.
Ooh.
A triangle.
Oh, Sarah said there were some duplicates. Oh, yeah.
Sleeping and then get the alien looking through the window right here.
Yeah, the alien baby.
Great.
All right, I'm gonna spin the modern version of the Yanks.
Thanks everyone for joining us for WUFO. Next week, I think, is the year anniversary.
Yeah, it's what we're celebrating. The year anniversary next week.
I mean, we celebrated the year anniversary last week, this week, and now I think next week's. It's one of these.
I mean, Jesus was not born in December. we can pick.
Yeah.
Because my birthday is a week before Halloween, I always claim at least that week, if not the whole month of October, because why not? I feel like WUFO can do the same. Like sometime in January is our birthday, so all of it is for celebrating.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
Thanks to everyone. If you want to blog, write to us, weirdwords.org. Maighdlin will be here again next week. Maybe Bex. I'm not sure. It depends on how she's feeling. And stay tuned for Kai doing.
Thanks for coming on, Kai.
Yeah, writing workshop.
Yes.
What do you call it? Writing group? What do you call it? Weird? What do you have a name for it?
I called it weird writing. That it seems like we're just running with the weird.
Yeah.
That works. Everybody will know what we're talking about.
Oh, and if you do your bash, let us know. We want to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Love to all of you. See ya.
All right, everybody.